according Dzogchen teaching that we went through many times. Dzogchen teaching, this our nature of the mind is totally enlightened beings. Our nature of the mind is totally enlightened beings. It has all enlightened qualities. Not just only our mind, but every living being's nature is totally enlightened, totally great nature status. And the Dzogchen teaching, we talk in the Dzogchen teaching, Dzogchen has three Dzogchens, as I think I mentioned many times. Again, I talk that as the foundation Dzogchen, path Dzogchen, and then it result Dzogchens. Those generally these three Dzogchens, the ground, path, and result Dzogchen, they're not different. Three different locations. Is all teaching pointing to the one nature, to our nature of the mind. But however, we didn't have, even we have the own Buddha's already enlightened status, we not yet discovered. In order to discover that nature, gracious teacher Buddha explained more thoroughly how to reveal this nature, and to make sure that we are not really again lost the directions. That's the reason Buddha told this ground, path, and the result. Ground is, as he said, already enlightened. It is right here. Ground in that point of view, ground is result. Result, ground is no different. Path is also comes from this ground. This is no difference, actual reality. This is all here. But for the duality mind, we say so kind of distracted by the duality, carry the force of duality outskirt. So now we are returning back to our dominion, our nature. Then it's good to have this way to explain. That's what in the teaching mentioned that. So the path is then what? This path is this Dzogchen teaching. First, you have to receive the instructions. Even though nature is right here, but you should receive the instructions and the empowerment and the teachings. Those all we received. Once we came to the application of the Dzogchen, the path of Dzogchen, path practices, and then this Dzogchen has two techniques that we all know. Kada Trekyu, pure from the beginning techniques, and Zonda Togar, spontaneously leaping over techniques. These two techniques. First, these both are nature of the mind. One is Trekyu is more nature of the emptiness aspect of nature of the mind, and the Togal is more emphasizing on the clarity aspect of our own nature of the mind. Both are nature of the mind. But first, since we are so carried by the force of the duality and the distracted, therefore the emptiness aspect of nature of the mind is more practical for us to emphasize on that. From that, when we discover the emptiness aspect of clear nature of the mind, that will spontaneously discover the clarity aspect of the nature of the mind. So that's why the great masters often emphasize on the Trekyu meditation. That's the Tibetan word, Trekyu. Many of you already know Trekyu means cutting thoroughly. What cutting thoroughly means? What we cutting? Cutting thoroughly all the duality conceptions. Duality conceptions instantly, without any trace, without any leftover, instantly. So cutting thoroughly. And the Trekyu is, when we practice Trekyu, is the inner nature of our mind. As in this teaching mentioned, all those different teachings and practice, everything, all is so good, but yet when you look into the point of Dzogchen teaching, this really we are kind of a little bit detoured, kind of deviated. But Dzogchen is the most ultimate nature of the mind. And that is our inner nature of the mind. your inner nature of the mind. Nature of our mind, or your mind, or my mind, nature of the mind is free from all the obscurations. All the obscuration, free from the two egos. Phenomena ego and individually ego is free from those two egos. Two obscurity, even there is no names of these two egos. There is even no names of the obscurations. It's pure from the beginning. That's why in the Dzogchen terminology used so many times, pure from beginning. This is not just storytelling. Truly, our nature of the mind is pure from the beginning. As like open brilliant skies. Yet this nature contains all the enlightenment qualities. That also enlightenment qualities, all things spontaneously, without any effort. That we don't have to make any effort. If something that we have to bring that with effort, that is fabrication. That is a compounded. That is not natural. Then it will become impermanent. But Dzogchen realization is truly everlasting realizations when we achieve that. We return back to our origin dominions. We deviated from this originated with the duality conceptions, carried forth by the duality and far away. Nature is never changed. So it's pure from the beginnings. For that status. That is what really the with that, and then practicing of this Dudjom. And those are Dudjom practices, and of course many of you already received a lot of instructions and teachings, and I had also opportunity many times to went over those teachings. So now really practice. And that Dudjom practices again with the same thing. At the beginning time, we should, even though we is pure from the beginning is already here, but to discover that in a nature, we have to be more practical. Have to follow the exact instructions as teaching, with full of those instructions, full of devotion, joy, and appreciation, and courage, and commitment, and practicing, with respect and appreciation. And then take refuge and develop the bodhicitta, and then meditate. Meditation also talking two different meditations. Even the origin nature is pure from beginning, is a totally enlightened state we have already here, but yet we don't have that. Our mind is, because when we start meditating, our mind is always so busy, so distracted, so easily distracted. In many cases, even 1 minute, maybe hardly to believe, our mind is hardly stay in the stillness. I mean, we experience, you know that, how that mind, that means our mind is so distracted. It's just always running as like wind outside, like wind. Really, so much. For that reason, then shamatha is very important. Even the shamatha meditation is the foundation of the Dzogchen meditation. Dzogchen meditation is vipassana, the ultimate vipassana. Vipassana, but shamatha meditation with good postures, relaxing good postures, and with good postures, and feel strong presence of the lineage master, particularly Vajrayana Sambhava, inseparable with your root teacher, whoever that may be. Really feel in the Vajrayana Sambhava, embodiment your root teacher. In the Buddhism, particularly in the Dzogchen teaching or Vajrayana teaching, always emphasize on the root teacher, because the root teacher, in the teaching is the one who gives you the empowerment, one that who explains the meaning of the teachings or the empowerment teaching, and give it bit instruction, extraction. Those are known as 3 levels that who matured or trying to mature our own beings. And that is called root teachers in the teaching mentioned. But whoever you feel strongly connected, even though that's not happened, that who connected, feel that embodiment. Gurupema Sambhava embodiment that really strongly connected. Do the chanting prayers, such as 7-line prayers, and receiving the kind of so many blessings. And Gurupema Sambhava finally merge, dissolve to you. And then to your own nature of the mind, and then meditate that with shamatha. Trying to relax your mind, follow the breathings, or concentrate on the Buddha images right in front of you. And how long we can concentrate on the Buddha image, or how long we can watch the breathing. How many times? 5 times, 10 times? Repeating that. That was known as timing the mind. Tame your mind, gracious teacher Buddha said. What that means? Means time per mind, distracted mind, wild mind with the emotions, calm down to the subtle status, calm and peaceful status. When the mind is tamed, then we begin to our soil, our area is really perfectly beautiful. Then the Vipassana grow so beautifully, and the Dzogchen meditation come beautifully, and meditating beautiful, then trying to meditate on the Dzogchen status. Dzogchen or meditate on the Dzogchen. So this is it. And then here it said, expand the Rupa actualization of the insight and the primordial wisdoms. Is the Buddha, Samye the Buddha, is free from abandoning and attainments. And that means what? I think I mentioned already. The enlightenment, the Buddhahood, or the enlightenment is right with us. So it's not something that we have to grab. It's free from, as he said, free from attainment and abandon and attainment. There's nothing went away. And when we regain of our own reality and nature of what we gain, is really achieving that is the Buddhahood. So it's really right here. So it's right here, and then continuing that this is the completion and the essence and nature of the path of the samsara nirvana. So this is all everything. Now maybe we stop here, and I think we stop here.